Hello, Greenland tubers, and welcome back to not Iceland in Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest with me, BlueAnkylo. So yeah, I escaped the ice pyramid off camera, and as one may have expected, since we gathered the water crystal, last episode, the area has changed, and I think I like this area a lot better. For whatever reason, I'm not a big fan of ice worlds. Maybe some weird repressed memories from a childhood playing lots of ice levels in old NES games. For whatever reason, it's green now, and I think it's much better. So welcome back to the town. Aquarius, I believe? We could sleep, but we don't actually need to, because we have been fully healed by, getting the crystal, basically. So the people that were sick are no longer sick. There's a new path we can go to. I think we can finally meet Spencer after all this time. You're welcome, old lady. Anytime. Alright, so there's Phoebe. I like the fact that she gives us free heal potions whenever we visit. I have not met Grandpa, but I will go meet him. So, she must be happy. She ran back to town last episode, and, instead of being frozen and desolate, it's actually looking pretty nice, I gotta say. This looks like a nice place to live. It's got a nice little lake in the center. It's got lots of flowers and trees and stuff, a little waterfall, a cool underground spring. Now this area is fairly long with absolutely nothing to do, so I'm gonna speed through it to save some time. There's no secrets and no enemies, so we just run through it. And unfortunately you have to run through this a few times during the game. But it does make you feel like you're going far, far underground. Alright, Spencer, where are you? There's the old dude. Hey buddy, how's it going? The ice is melted? How did he notice? Instead of waterfalls, now instead of ice falls, it's water? Yeah, Phoebe and I took your granddaughter out for a spin. Hope you don't mind. You're the Knight of Prophecy. Yeah, totally Phoebe couldn't have done it herself. A shield. Oh, so I guess we need to get that, huh? Gotta talk to Captain Mac. Yeah, I've heard that name at least twice before. Maybe even 3 times. On his way back from doing some research, the lake dried up and his ship ended up on a rock ledge. You'd think if he was a good captain, he could have moved it. Oh well. But that's no problem. If we dig from here, we'll be able to reach his ship. Okay. Here's a key. The shield is hidden in the focus tower. Excellent. Venus key. Sounds useful. By the way, Fireberg's been having some strong earthquakes. Maybe they shouldn't have built Fireberg on a volcano. But that's just me. Anyway, so he, and by he means him and a certain other friend, will be digging a tunnel here at some point. Let's see what this is. Yay, cure potions. Super sort of useful. Anyway, let's start escaping. I suppose you can go up here. Does this take us anywhere? Jump. There's a few little secrets around this area. Where does this take you? Okay, so this is another exit that you can see where I guess there used to be a giant lake, because apparently there's a ship stuck there on the side of the mountain. Can't go over there. At least not at the moment. So we'll just do some jumpy, and some climby, and is this where we came in? Yeah, just one more thing. I want to see if there's anything to the down and left. To the down left. Yeah, you can't go over there. At least not yet. Okay, can't jump too wide, so now we gotta go back up. Like I said, this is why I have frame skip. So, Fireberg, we get to go back to the focus tower. Seeing as we have the river coin, it would have been wise to go there anyway and look for new treasures, seeing as there were so many treasure chests in that area. Unfortunately, we will not have any friends for this part of the trip. So, although I may find a couple battlefields, I will not be fighting in them just yet. Let's zip on over, yeah. So now, for whatever reason, we can go north from the Libra Temple. I will come back to these later. Although I will look at the Wintry Temple, because why not? Wintry Temples are fairly safe. So, how would you ever get to the center there? It's a mystery. I think you have to teleport there from somewhere else, using one of those crests. So this was a complete waste of time. Yep, that's good. Alright, so let's enter from the top level on the east side, see what we can find here. Is there anything useful? So, I think we've been in this room before. That's what took us out the Aquarius side, if that's the name of the town. Oh look, it's this guy. He's always around. Don't know his name yet. Some awful news made Captain Mac race home. Anyways, seek Reuben. Reuben's pretty awesome, by the way. And what is that statue for? We'll never find out. Anyway, the obvious puzzle is to bomb the wall. Alright. Oh, just one second. I'm going to restart the video for a second. Sorry about that. For some reason, I think I accidentally tapped the rewind button, and it kind of messed up my recording software. Anyway, let's continue on. We get the Venus shield. Woohoo! We got a new shield. Oops. And then I clicked the wrong button. What do we get from the shield? We get protection from, I think, blindness. So, and also more defense, by the way. So, we're starting to get quite a bit of special defense. Poison, blindness, and mute. I need petrification and sleep specifically, and confuse. But we're off to a good start. Now, where would you put that statue? Where do you guys think? Also, we got a new spell, by the way. So now we've got Quake, Blizzard, and Fire. Still no wizard spells, but hopefully before too long. I'm gonna spoil you guys and solve this puzzle right away. It's pretty simple. You push it right there, and then you can imagine jumping across. So that's what we'll have to do. So basically you come to this area from this side just to push that thing over. Again, I'll deal with those battlefields later. For now, we'll go back here, and now we could jump. Well, if we could get to that area, we could jump across. And this is, I think, maybe the only statue in the game that stays where you push it when you reload an area. I think it's the only one in the entire game. There may be another one somewhere, but pretty near the last one. Oh, the explosives, right? Remember when I mentioned that you could always get more explosives here? So if you remember this shortcut, it takes, you know, a few seconds to come in and out this way. Every time you do this, you can get yourself 10 more explosives, if you need more. Probably better than buying them, if you need them that badly. Anyway, it opens! The blue door! So now, we can come around here. Thanks to pushing that, we can jump. And I think it's on the left side. We can escape to a new area. Also, this cure potion. So if you ever need cure potions, guess what? Even easier, this is probably the best part in the game for cure potions. It's kind of cheesy, but I mean, if you need them, you can get as many as you want right there for pretty quick. Okay, so we got earthquakes and battlegrounds. There's a lot of battlegrounds I'm going to have to fight today. But first, we're going to try to find a companion, because that will make things much easier. Alright, welcome to Fireburg, the jazz town. Get down and enjoy the music. Also, apparently someone's opening locks. Haha, haha. Totally legit, I'm sure. Also, this is an important town, because I believe this is the only place you can buy seeds, which we are going to buy a fair bit of. That's probably enough to last us through the rest of the game, to be honest. But this is where you get them anyway. They're not cheap, but it's hard to just find them in chests, like most of the other items, like bombs and cure potions. You can buy cure potions, but they're easy to find. Haha, take that, old lady. Want to listen to the band? Sure. Yeah. Amazing 16-bit music. Like I said, this is one of the older Super Nintendo games. Alright, so this looks like a familiar face. Hey buddy, how's it going? Okay, well, thanks for the chat. See you later. Oops, wasted my bomb. Alright, so we can rest at the inn if we wanted. Might as well quick look up here. There's nothing anyway. Don't mind me frame skipping through all this stuff. Alright. So, we can buy explosives. They're fairly cheap, 10 bucks each. Unfortunately, I do need to save some money. The volcano does seem odd. So this is obviously an important place. Her husband, Arian, or Ryan, however you want to say it, climbed with his friend, but his buddy freaked out and locked him in. That's great. And a boulder is keeping us from saving Orion. Alright, hey Reuben, how's it going? How do I know you're Reuben? Well, you've got a cool helmet and some nice armor. He's got to help his dad. And believe you me, Reuben could save his dad just fine. He's stuck behind a boulder. If only we had mega grenades. Alright, well, we'll go deal with that then. Yeah, Reuben joined. Reuben is my favorite of the companions because he is awesome and amazing. He he is strong. Our sword, you know, pretty good. His Morning Star, much, much better. I love Reuben, really. When I was a child, he was my hero. He also has some pretty cool flame armor, by the way, which will protect him from fire. Although perhaps we would need to reset the game, because right now he still has Phoebe's resistances, which could be good. If it works that way, you could potentially save yourself some resistances and move them around by not ever loading the game, which only works if you don't stop playing. Alright, so you'll need a mask to see through monsters in the volcano. Kind of like how we needed a mirror. Yeah, you know, gameplay mechanics repeating themselves. Hey lady, almost stabbed her. I will indeed buy your battle axe. There you go. I will be happy, don't you worry. This weapon is much stronger than the sword. The axes are pretty much always better than the swords. It's just the way it works. So, that's a nice upgrade. It's not huge, but it's better than nothing. And I suppose we could go look under her house. I'm never going to remember to double check all these teleporters once we've got the crests. It's a thing I always forget about that I probably should remember, but... Oh, also, by the way, Reuben is the kind of guy that doesn't really do magic. He's got the life spell, but he's not really a magician. He just smashes stuff. And yes, they have a mine on the volcano that has lots of monsters. You can tell the builders of this town were really smart. Build a town on a volcano with a bunch of monsters. Also, you may have noticed that there's a treasure down here. We might as well pick it up. It's some healing potions. Why not? Alright. And this is the door that is locked. Alright, well, apparently there's one person that can open locked doors. I wonder who it is. Yeah, we tried to go to the guy in the pit, but he wouldn't let us in. And he gives us the multi-key. What a friendly dude. I mean, that was how he got into doors, the ninja/thief, and he just gives us his key like that. Now, contrary to the name of the key, that's apparently multi, it only opens one door in the game. Alright, how's it going down here, buddy? There's huge monsters, a boulder trapped Orion, only a mega grenade. Sure, how do you use them? It's really easy. You throw them. It's amazing. You know how hard it is? You just toss it and it blows up. So anyway, we can explode things that aren't right beside us now. That could be useful. Also, more crests that I will most certainly forget about. Also, we have a new weapon. We're getting weapons like crazy. Look at the damage on that thing. It's even higher than a Morning Star. So we went from a 95, or maybe 112, up to 162. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. This is, between getting Reuben and getting 2 new weapons, really why I didn't do those battlefields ahead of time. I hope you understand. It's often a good idea to wait a little while before you do the battlefields. Unfortunately, now we have 2, 4, 6... Is there 7 altogether I have to do? Oh, this is going to take a while. So, as usual, I'll show you the enemies. We have a slime. Now, because you're kind of meant to fight these on your own before you go to Fireburg, they're going to be really easy. And I could probably just fight through them all like this without spending too much time. I'll just put them on auto. It saves me a click. Except for when you miss. But yeah, seeing as we've got 2 people and new weapons, it's even easier. But I'll save you the trouble and I'll meet you guys back when we're at the last one. Just in case we get an item. Reuben killed many a jelly, and then finally we got to the last one. The last of his kind, the final red jelly. And then Reuben massacres it again, just like his friends. And we got a bit of money. Actually, 900 GP is a fair bit of money. If you'll recall, I only had like a couple thousand. So that actually doubled our GP. Clearing these out, that's how you could afford your shield or your helmet and stuff if you couldn't afford it. Anyway, what's in the next battlefield? Porcupines. Guess what? They're no match for Reuben. I'll see you guys once there's only one left. Reuben, Porcupine Slayer, continues his assault on all free animals in the known world. And absolutely demolishes yet another. Now those guys take 2 hits. Plus we got the Gemini Crest. Looks like that might have been an important one to clear out. I don't think you need it to finish the game, but it is useful for getting items that you couldn't get otherwise. Or replenishables. And now we can start killing the trees. After killing the slimes and all the hedgehogs in the local area, the partner, the dynamic duo, decide to take out the flora as well as the wildlife. Or fauna. Flora and fauna? Yes, both of those. Anyway, axe is good. Mace is considered an axe, so he's really good. I'll see you when we get to the end. A forest of trees later, and the mighty Reuben comes to slay the last of the trees. No bird shall nest in this field. And thus they were finished. And we got a pittance of experience. I think I'm going to go back to the Aquarius ones next. You guys don't mind a little bit of a trip, do you? It shouldn't take too long. We might as well pick up some stuff on our way. But yeah, I mean, I don't need to clear these out, but obviously, as you may have noticed, you can get things like the Gemini Crest. And you might as well clear them out when you first unlock them, because that's the only time you're ever going to get something approaching a useful experience reward out of them. If we came back after we finished the fire level, these will give us so little experience that it's basically useless. Even right now, it's barely useful. Anyway, so these guys, again, are kind of designed so you could have fought them before getting Reuben, obviously. But it would have taken, I think, 2 hits or 3 hits for each battle. Reuben makes it much faster. Anyway, I'll show you. I'll be back in a second. Reuben, Squid Slayer, returns to challenge his final adversary. Although, for a change, Blue manages to get the final hit. Oh, and surprise, surprise, we got a new spell. So now we have the exit spell, which will let us escape from a dungeon instantly, which is pretty powerful. I told you guys clearing out these battlefields is sometimes useful. You do get key items, or magic spells even. Although I have a feeling this one won't have any amazing reward. Can you guys tell why I like having Reuben around yet? I mean, I'm just going to put it out there that maybe he makes the game a lot easier. And while I'm sure we could have fought these guys on our own the first time we walked past, I'm pretty sure he saves us a fair bit of time. Because I don't think Blue... Maybe now with the new axe he might be able to one-shot them, but I'm pretty sure before, with the Knight Sword, he would not have been able to kill these guys so easily. Let's find out if the axe is enough to kill it in one hit. Yeah, so now that we got an upgraded axe, so you have to at least get to Fireburg if you want to try this. But still, if you're on your own, it's going to take 2 rounds even to do that kind of battle. And yes, I decided to show you the entire round of Battlefield for change. Usually we don't do this, but, you know, I felt like being different for once, because why not? You know, live life, be exciting, try new things, something like that. Anyway, the crab is dead. All crabs have been murdered, and we got very little reward. But sometimes you get a good reward. So, because of that, and because I don't remember specifically which battlefields have the good stuff, I still have to basically clear them all out. And because I'm a nice Let's Player, I will... I won't record them all for you. I will continue to cut out the boring, grindy bits, because I'm a nice guy. It doesn't really take too long, especially because of the frame skip, and because we have Reuben who makes it much, much easier. I know I could have got some more cure potions. I don't care. Also, you can see the desert below us. It's nice to see all these areas connecting up. Anyway, we got 2 more to do, and then we can finally go to the next dungeon. So let's have a look. What do we get? We got new enemies! Flazards. Flame lizards, essentially. I have a feeling... Wow, 666. Good job, Reuben. Blue can't kill them on his own. And I'm not sure if Reuben's... he's using potions now. Thanks, buddy. I'm not sure if Reuben's fire defense is kicking in here. So, I think what I'll do is I'll reset the game, because water defense is not going to help. And fire defense is what we really want. So I'll reset the game just to make sure the status is the same, and I'll clear this out off camera. So, back in a second. Many hedgehogs and flame lizards were killed, and finally we return. In fact, some trees were killed. There was a couple that escaped our grasp last time. One thing to note, these flame lizards have a paralysis attack, which you may see. There you go. Although it works on Reuben, Blue is immune to them, apparently. So I'll have to have a look at his status screen now after this battle and determine why. Also, of note, resetting the game has definitely applied the fire defense for Reuben. So I think I've pretty much effectively proved that if you don't save and reload the game after getting a new partner or companion, they will retain their old elemental and special defenses from the previous character, which could be good or bad in this case, where their enemy's doing fire damage, and I would like to have fire defense. I think that's pretty clear if you're watching along. Also, I think the star on the blue side with special defense is for paralysis, not blindness like I originally thought. So poison, paralysis, and mute has all been rendered ineffective, which is nice because paralysis is maybe not the most annoying, but it's certainly worse than some effects. It's not as bad as being petrified, but you know, the more things you're immune to, the better. Anyway, the final one of these. Lots of these guys. Alright, well, this may be the time to start breaking out some spells. I haven't shown you fire because really all these things are strong against it, but blizzard might work. Because blue can't kill them in one shot, this might speed it up a little bit. Look at the happy blizzard. There you go. Lots of damage. So, you can certainly throw in some magic. I believe we'll be getting our first wizard spell in the next dungeon, if I remember correctly. Which is nice because it finally gives us a use for our third tier of MP, basically. Anyway, you know, 8 more to go and I'll be back in a second. And the final battlefield. Look at all these guys. So yeah, I've been fighting a few of these red caps in between the last section. They're not particularly difficult. Reuben can one-shot them. Blue cannot. At this point, there's not a lot of enemies that Blue can kill on his own, unless he uses bombs. But, hey, a level up, and... Wow, I thought it was in the next dungeon. Amazing. So, yeah, I mean, obviously clearing these guys out is not a bad idea. We already know that the Thunder Spell is quite useful, because Phoebe had a lot of good fun with it. So, anyway, we got to level up. We're still nowhere near Reuben's stats. You can see their accuracy. I don't know if that's exactly percent and evade in percent. It might be, it might not be. It's hard to say. Interestingly enough, Reuben has a higher magic stat, even though he has no spells to utilize it. Anyway, let's do this area. The mine. Relatively average size. It's not as long as the last dungeon, so we should be able to zip through relatively quickly. I hope. Alright, so we got some mummies, we got some red bones. I can't remember which things are weak against what, so we'll find out. Reuben can kill stuff, obviously. Ah, the mummies have a counterattack that can paralyze. Paralysis. Which means if you can't one-shot them, it's good to attack with blue because he can't be affected. Alright, so that was pretty solid. Couple new enemies. Oh, look! We don't actually have to stand right in front of them anymore, but it's a habit. So, is there anything worth doing? Do I want to fight all those enemies just for some treasure? No. That's totally not worth it. We'll just zip around here, go down the little thing. Oh, look, another bomb. Another wall to bomb. I think Reuben can kill them in one hit, though. Yeah. And because those things can confuse... It's probably smarter to kill them first, the mummies specifically. So that's fine, we'll do it like that. Good job, Reuben. Yeah, I didn't think Blue would be able to kill them in one shot. It was just luck. You got a critical hit. It's, well, it's quite likely that if I used the bombs and it was a single target, that would kill them in one shot, but I'm going to guess that the left side is a dead end, so I'm going to go right instead. And we'll speed through some of these fights to save some time. I have considered completely cutting these fights out, but I think that would be... Ooh, we're going to take a lot of damage here. I should have switched to bombs, I forgot about that. Instead of hitting myself with my axe, I could have attacked with bombs and killed the red cap. But I kind of forgot. Got a little bit lazy, you know how it is with old Blue. Left side... I don't know. I still think the left side was probably a dead end. Alright, kill the mummies. I suppose the red caps have confusion as well. Well, the zombies have... I was calling them mummies. Technically, they're zombies. They have poison, but I'm immune to poison now. Yeah, look at that. I picked the right side. And we get a treasure chest. Excellent. So we went to one of the good areas. Well, that's kind of annoying. Sleep attacks. We're not immune to those. Okay, so we got another... We're getting weapons like crazy here today. So, the Charm Claw does have enough status effects on it that it can be very powerful, even if it doesn't do as much damage. It can charm enemies, I believe, or confuse them, specifically, as well as put them to sleep, even though it doesn't have the hugest attack power. So, I think we'll try it out. Now, it probably doesn't work on, like, undead very well, But it does work on a lot of enemies. We can't go to the right. We can go down. So undead, right? But, assumedly, we might be able to get the red cap. Yeah, it didn't work. I don't know what the chances of it working are. But seeing as blue cannot kill them with one hit with the axe anyway, even though the claw does slightly less damage, I think this is the point where it's a good time to switch to the claw, just on the chance that you'll paralyze them or charm them, confuse. Although, now that I think about it, I can kill a tree in one hit. Even though we can't kill the flame lizards yet. Alright, well, we'll work our way through the mine. There's lots of these little, sort of small areas, all connected on the top. But it's really only one level. Oh, we got a critical hit. That was nice. And then we missed. That's disappointing. I suppose I'll be a good Ankylo and I'll do a bit of healing. There we go. Oh, and I went the wrong way that time. Oops. There's probably nothing in this area. I have a feeling this is just going to be a dead end for some ammo or something, but we'll try to zip through relatively quickly. Oh, come on. Quit missing. And then getting paralyzed. And then getting burned. Alright, good enough. Yeah. See, remember a few episodes ago, it wasn't that long, I did mention how once we get further into the game, most enemy encounters will have groups of 3. The game gave us Reuben, who is super amazing. So it gives us harder enemies to balance it, or at least larger groups for the most part. I think Reuben pretty much always goes first right now, so I can safely use the bomb in that situation to get an instant kill. Unfortunately, the... oh man, this was a bad area. Look at all these things we had to kill to get 10 bombs. Oh, that was horrible! What a waste of time this mine was. We already got the one with the claw in it. There's probably the only thing that's really worth your time. I don't know. I think this takes us back to the beginning. Was that where we came in? I think. I don't want to go out of the way we came in, because then all the enemies would come back. I don't think the claw will work on zombies terribly well, but we'll find out. Yeah, they were immune to confusion and stuff. Paralysis and confusion. Paralysis! I keep saying it wrong. Because I'm lame. Wow, we took a lot of damage there. Alright, well. At least we survived, in the long run. Alright, was there anything down here? Nothing. You're wasting my time, game. You're wasting my time. Strike first. That's good. Oh, come on, Reuben. It was our chance to wipe them before they got an attack. And you had to go and miss. Yeah. Critical hit, though. That's fine. Good work, team. Alright, so I think... Can't go that way either. We're trying to get to the right side, obviously. If you're still trying to figure out where I'm trying to go, it's the far right. Reuben! Come on, old pal. Old buddy, old pal. Seems like he's... Yeah, Blue is getting critical hits like crazy, and Reuben is missing like crazy. I think that's the direction we want to go. I think these up-down things are kind of one way, and that would take us back to somewhere we've already been, so we go this way. And I believe this will be the end of the area. Oh, I forgot to heal Reuben. Sorry, old chum, old pal. I should have cured your poison. And then you got paralyzed immediately. Well, I should probably have Reuben kill the mummies if in this situation, seeing as they like to paralyze so much. Oh well. I'm kind of just rushing through a little bit, because it's not that hard. Alright, good enough. So, we can go out that way, but I believe this is where we're trying to get to. We could also go down there. I don't know. Let's see what this guy is. We got a mini-boss! Alright, we got a Jin. Totally misspelled, but it's a Jin. Genie, maybe, almost. Reuben can kill the skeletons in one hit. I probably can with a blizzard, so let's finish off the little guys first. Generally a good strategy with bosses, most of the time, is to kill the minions first. And we'll just speed it up, because slowpoke is no fun. Okay, so, let's try out some thunder. We'll see if it works. And you're right, Reuben has no attacks, so, or no spells, so it doesn't really matter. And he does pretty good damage even without using magic. More damage than our spell did. What about Blizzard? How does that compete? This guy shouldn't be too difficult. Thunder was better. Although, I should probably just have Blue heal for a little bit. Reuben does enough damage, no need to worry, just let Blue be the healer. Because he almost died right there. Alright, I think we can get another Thunder in here. And then we'll heal again next turn unless something weird happens. Yep, definitely heal next turn. Hopefully Blue doesn't die, which is actually fairly likely because he's probably going to go after the Djinn. Oh, he just tries to put Reuben to sleep. Well, it could be worse. I think I will heal that though because Reuben is certainly our big damage producer in this fight. So we'll try to keep him awake. Although the fire woke him up anyway, of course. Wasted turn. Usually in these kinds of RPGs, if someone's asleep, they have to get hit by physical damage to wake up. Or just time. Usually, magical damage will not wake them up. Not always, but usually. Anyway, we won. No big deal. And we're going to level up. Sweet. Alright, so assumedly this is kind of the end. Yeah. We've got some explosives in case you lost them all. In case you lost a lot. And hey! It's Reuben's dad, right? Stand back, Dad. Throw a bomb over there and bam. Alright. And with that, a new area will open up for the next episode. Hooray. More battlefields. Our favorite. We did it! Yep. No problem, Reuben's dad, who doesn't even have a real name, but thanks. Yeah, I guess we'll go back to Fireburg. Maybe talk to Dad back there. Anyway, that was pretty good. I think we're pretty much done here. There might be something up or down. I don't... We'll spend a minute or two looking around the last couple corners of this dungeon. But I think we got the Charm Claw. I think that's all there really was to get. I could be wrong, so I'll spend a second looking around. I'd hate to miss, like, some important armor. Have to fight a couple more battles. We have to go all the way around to get to the bottom now. Like I said, there's probably nothing, but we might as well look. I suppose I did get a level up. I could see if the axe does enough damage to one-shot stuff again. So been in there, that's where we got the claw. Unfortunately, you can't go up the little weight things, so we've got to go the long way. I can cast the exit spell, so once I'm done here, I can get out quick. And I will, in fact, demonstrate that. Up. We're probably just going to make it to that one-way passage in the bottom right, but there might be a cave down there. I'm not 100%. Is there anything? There's nothing. Figures. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we did everything there is to do here. Now I don't have to backtrack the long way anymore. We can always escape quickly, which is very good. Next episode, we'll go back to Fireburg and talk to Reuben's dad and probably start the whatever the final dungeon of the Fireland is, because there's always two. That's the rule for these sorts of games. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.